that you're not only helping different groups advertise, but you're also helping different groups raise funds, which is a completely different type of advertising in a way, different type of awareness campaign. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, this is a fascinating thing where you're doing all sorts of crowdfunding, you're doing all sorts of programs to help startup companies raise money. How did you get down that rabbit hole?
Working with growth stage companies, capital raising was a common part of the conversation. Whether we were working on the marketing section of a business plan, and that was going to be presented to an investor, a pitch deck, a first campaign. Once this is successful, I have a finance partner. They're going to put in more money. We're going to advertise a lot more. At that point, I was introduced to Regulation D 506C, which essentially allows for solicitation of accredited investors, meaning you can market your investment opportunity to high net worth audiences. Later, Reg CF, Regulation Crowdfunding, term used, Regulation A Plus went into effect as well. They allow you to raise from anyone. So friends, family, your email subscribers, past customers, clients, other retail investors who participate in these types of deals. And from the high level view, Kevin, there's actually more similarities than differences. I'm targeting audiences, I'm marketing funnels, I'm measuring what's working, I'm doing more of what's producing. The calls to action vary, drastically with that. Who we're targeting, and you can be very specific with who you target with digital marketing. We have lists of investors for these types of deals. Upload and advertise directly to. It's actually our secret sauce for those types of campaigns. But I've worked with many real estate sponsors, funds, REITs, developers. Sometimes, they're agents and saying, hey, I have this project I'm working on. I'd actually like to bring investors to it. So instead of a pitch deck, it's more of an offering page, a vertical version of that pitch deck, maybe a pitch video in there, aerial videography of the property as an example. Could have all different types of photos, a lot of social proof, a lot of third-party validation to be able to show legitimacy. People don't believe what they see online. They're skeptical on investment opportunities as a whole. I would say Reg D is the most common real estate, but I've worked on Regulation A Plus deals set to raise tens of millions of dollars. Work on Reg CF, Reg CF to 5 million. So smaller types of rounds at that. Commercial, I've worked on blockchain real estate. Have worked on various different types of asset classes within real estate, and the advertising speaks to the brand. It then speaks to the investment opportunity and has a call to action, typically around a form, and then the funnel from there, sending different content, different updates, showcasing momentum, track more of that social proof and third-party validation. Can't point at that enough. And if it's a Reg D campaign where there's a lead generated, maybe a lead for every $50 we're spending, maybe 1 out of 50 of those leads convert, maybe with that $2,500 acquisition cost, a 6-figure investments coming through, and we're then looking at metrics around cost of capital. If it's Reg CF or Regulation A Plus, it's high volumes of small investments. It may be $2,000 average investment, but we may see thousands of conversions from that initiative, millions of dollars raised, tens of millions of dollars raised. So instead of developing a lead that you're speaking to offline about get listing, as an example, you're speaking to a lead about the investment opportunity.